Good morning. Happy Friday. I know it's been a crazy week with all kinds of news and just so much going on. But the real estate market hasn't been quiet either. And so while I was on my way to the gym, I wanted to give you a quick update of everything that's going on in the real estate market because I feel like it would get lost in today's headlines. A lot of interesting, good stuff for our homeowners, and I think if you are thinking about buying or selling, this is important information to know as well. So I look at the micro market every morning, but I also look at the macro because those affect trends that we should be paying attention to locally too. And so some of the biggest takeaways that I got from this last week is we are definitely looking at replacing Powell, and Kevin Warsh is proposed to be that person, and he's outlining a solution to the high rates, and the administration is wanting to do this without losing the equity that has been built in people's homes. So they're very sensitive to this. They don't want to create one solution and create another problem. So that's encouraging for current homeowners, which they're working on it. And so I think when we see those things unroll this coming year, it's really going to have an impact on this next year's real estate market. Also, it's kind of telling because one of the things that we also found out this week is that last year's was a very different type of market, slower, and certainly it was because of affordability. And they didn't start saying the word affordability until it was just so glaringly obvious, but it is because of affordability. There was just so much equity that was built over 2000 to 2023, like a decade or more's worth of equity that was built during those years where we were supplementing the economy with taxpayer money, and getting those super low rates, it made it possible for people to just kind of go crazy on the market and push those values up. And so granted, the people who got in with lower rates definitely took advantage of those lower rates, and those payments probably weren't as affected, but then those values set pretty high. And so now that we were down from the 7% and definitely hovering in the low sixes, it's encouraging. But one of the things that was recorded and has been published now is that on average, one out of every four buyers got at least a 10% discount off the asking price. And I've been speaking about this locally, how our reduction rate has been high, and in some areas, I mean, I couldn't even believe I would see like 90% of homes or condos were reducing their prices to try to reach those buyers and meet them where they were at. So we saw the biggest discount nationwide in over 13 years. And the typical buyer received over 8% of the asking price on discount, and 62% of buyers got those discounts. So I'm guessing that the other majority of those buyers probably found a property that was priced really well, and those homes that are priced well still continue to get multiple offers. Buyers are very savvy and very quick to know when there's a bargain being priced. So I guess my note to you is make sure that you price your home properly, and it won't lead to a lower sell price. A lot of times it leads to a higher sell price. The only other thing I think I want to talk about really quickly is that affordability does not just come down to price and the interest rates. I mean, that's a big factor in it, but also the other part is wages. And so I was reading something, and I cannot give you exact numbers right now, but if you want to reach out to me, I will give it to you, because they were saying that since 2005, property values went up 90%. And I'm like, man, the average is 2 to 3% year over year. So that's compound. I mean, we're talking compound equity that has been made in the last 20 years. But wages have not. They've only, I believe this number is 37%. 37% during that same time. So we need to see those wages go up. And I know there's a lot of news about big businesses, unemployment, layoffs. But what I'm reading right now is that the small businesses are actually doing well. They're increasing their employment amount, and we're seeing that sector really start to thrive. And so that's good and encouraging, because that would be the third element to stimulate this affordability market for those people who are wanting to make a move or get into the market somehow. Anyway, I just thought I would share the real estate news with you. It doesn't compete with the other news, but it's certainly on my radar every day. And I hope that some of this will be informative to you. I know here in our county, we have different pockets that have very different trends, and sometimes they're shocking to me. Always, even though I've been doing this for over 20 years, I'm still shocked at some of the trends that I'm seeing. And if you want to know yours, or if you're interested in what is happening, if you're a buyer or seller, you are welcome to reach out to me and we can discuss what I'm seeing happening and what I project to see coming out. So, anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this, was informative to you.